I think sometimes patients don't understand that the eggs are far more important than the sperms for the outcome of an IVF pregnancy. Now, this might seem confusing. Hey, doesn't 50% of the genetic material come from the sperm and 50% comes from the egg? So that in case there's a problem, then shouldn't the responsibility be 50-50? And I wish that were true, but the reality is not. And this is true for multiple reasons. For one thing, the sperms are constantly being produced in the testis 24/7. So whether the man is 30 years old or 70 years old, his sperm are fresh. This is not true of women. Women are born with a certain number of eggs, and when they run out of eggs, they become menopausal. So that as their calendar age keeps on increasing, even if her periods are completely regular, ovarian reserve keeps on dropping. And if you have poor quality eggs, the chance of you getting poor quality embryos and therefore IVF failure is going to be much higher. Please keep this in mind that a woman's age has a much more significant effect on the chance of IVF success as a man's age. I know life isn't fair, but I didn't design it. This is just the bitter truth. You need to learn to live with it. I think the other thing which patients need to remember is that, especially during early embryonic development, the egg has a far more important role to play. Let me explain why. The sperm is the smallest cell in the body. The egg is the largest cell in the body. The egg is more than 1,000 times larger. And this is because a lot of the early cell division, what is called cleavage, is driven by the energy which is provided within the mitochondria in the egg cytoplasm. I'm sorry, that's a bit of a mouthful, so let me break it up. Once the sperm has fertilized the egg and activated it, cell division starts. Now, in order to allow the embryo to divide, there is a certain amount of energy which is required. Now, the sperm, poor thing, is so tiny, and once it's put the DNA inside, it has no further role to play. But the energy for driving the cell division comes from the energy powerhouse, which are called the mitochondria. If you remember your high school biology, and these mitochondria are found only in the cytoplasm of the egg. So that if the embryo arrests, or if the embryo fragments, or the embryo cleavage is slow, there's a problem with early cell division in the embryo. The problem is 99.9% of time with the eggs, not with the sperm. Keep that in mind, please.